Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Sagani. So this is Sagani. I have set it up as a 2-player game. This is the first player marker. The rules on this game are relatively straightforward. In essence, you are selecting one of these 5 tiles. Once you take a tile, you'll notice there are 3 markers that are pointing in different directions. You'll put 3 of your tokens onto the center of that tile. On a future turn, if he grabbed this tile, blue is now pointing at blue. So one of these markers would come down to here. Once again, he would need to cover up that tile. If the next one he took was this one, orange is pointing at orange. 4 markers go onto that new tile. Blue was pointing at blue, so that one gets closed over straight away. And if he takes that one as the next tile, these can go in any direction, by the way. You're not locked into having to put them straight up, but he thinks that that's probably a better way for that one to go. But this green is now pointing at green, so that one goes in there. That's now a completed tile, so he takes the 3 markers off. See the 6 in the middle of that tile? That means he gets 6 points. That tile now flips over. And that's the essence of the game. What I haven't been very clear on is that if that's what the tiles looks like, if you put this one in, that has fulfilled this one. So any of the arrows point through any number of tile spaces. They don't have to be the tile next to them. And as you turn it over, you will take the points. That just stays in position for other arrows. So say if he takes this one, he's got green now pointing towards green, and he would cover it up. With this white one, this green is pointing towards this green, even though it's going through a space, it's diagonal. So that would cover up. That blue is pointing towards a blue as well. And that's realistically what's happening with the game. Now, there's a couple of little things to watch out for. So the first thing to do is take a tile, put the markers on it. At any point during the game, if you realize that you have a leaf pointing at the correct thing, you can just cover it up. There's no need to wait, and it's worthwhile just always double checking that because you will miss some stuff as we go. When it gets down to there being only 1 tile left, the person whose turn it is can choose to either take that tile or the next one that is face down. So what they're taking is green. I have no idea what is on the green other than the fact that it will have 2 leaves pointing in a certain direction. I know it's got 2 leaves because of the score on the back of it. So if there was a 1, there would only be 1 leaf. 3 is worth 2 leaves. A 6 is worth 3 leaves. And a 10 is worth 4 leaves. So I can either take this one and place it in there, which will actually fulfill 2 things. Or I can take a green and hope if I put it there that it might have some things pointing towards the spots that I need. So let's say, for example, I do take this one, and let's say he puts that in there. So once again, get the 2 markers on the back. One of them marks up. The one that wasn't chosen goes up into this space at the top. And then 5 new tiles are put out for the next player. Once they've gone through those 5 a couple of times, what you will have is 4 tiles at the top there. As soon as there are 4 tiles at the top, everyone is allowed to choose one of those tiles, starting with the person who's furthest back on the scoring. If there are multiple players on the same level, it's the player who is on the bottom of that level is regarded as furthest back. But starting with the person who's furthest back, they can choose one of the tiles at the top and add that into what they've been working on. So for example, this person might take that one, put it there, which would actually complete that one straight away. So he would just literally get his 1 point when he took it. If white didn't take any, and you do have the option to not take any, if white didn't take any, that's what it looks like. When the next lot of 5 run out, there's very likely going to be another time when we get to get one of those tiles. If, however, no one chose to take a tile, all of those tiles get deleted from the game and returned to the box, and then we continue on. So if there's a lot of tiles taken from the top there, then there's probably going to be a little bit more time between times that you get to take those. If there's only one or two, then obviously it's going to happen a lot quicker. Now you'll notice that there is only a certain number of these tokens to put onto your board. Yes, when your tile is being flipped over, you get to take those tokens back. But at some point, let's just imagine that that one hadn't flipped over, and say he wants to put this one in. He only has one token to be able to put in. Yes, that's going to go there, but you need to mark the thing. So he needs to have two more tokens. Because he has none of his own, he has to take these red ones. Whenever you take a red one, you are losing 2 points. So he took two of them, he loses 4 points. Now, once that's completed, he will have those tokens to use. He won't have to pay for those red tokens again. So he'll always have the extra length on the tokens, or the extra tokens there available to him, but he had to pay for them when he took them. So it's really important that you're turning in tiles regularly to be able to get the tokens back, so you don't have to lose the points for taking them. The game will continue under this form until either on a 4-player game, one of the players gets to 45 points, on a 3-player game to 60 points, on a 2-player game to 75 points. Once that has happened, or past it, the game will continue until the player to the right of the start player has had a turn. So if the start player is the person to go across the line, the white player would then have one more go. So everyone's had the same number of turns. And when that has happened, whoever is furthest forward, bearing in mind that the white player has one at the moment because he's on top. So whoever's the furthest forward or on top of the pile is the winner of the game. And that is pretty much it. Please go ahead and watch my gameplay to get a feel for how the game actually plays. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.